One day, your 10-year-old male niece would ask you, what is the best thing about being a member of LGBTQIA plus community? How will you respond to such question? Again, one day, your 10-year-old male niece would ask you, what is the best thing about being a member of LGBTQIA community? How will you respond to such question?
Okay. Ano pa nga po bang may isang 10 years old na lalaki na ano nga po bang best thing ng isang LGBTQ member plus? Alam naman ho nating lahat na kami po ay center ng discrimination at criticism sa ating mundo. Kaya't naniniwala po ako ang best thing po na sasabihin ay kami pong LGBT ay great, colorful, and we are extraordinary. Bakit kamo? Dahil naniniwala po ako kahit pati po kami ng LGBT, we are the masterpiece of God. At naniniwala rin ho ako, bilang bata siya, alam ko na paglaki niya ay kung maging parte mo siya ng LGBT, nasa puso at kaluluhan niya, natanggap kami ng lipunan, tanggap tayo ng puong may kapal. Walang mali sa pagiging kung sino at ano tayo at kung anong nasa pagitan ng dalawang hita natin. Dahil naniniwala po ako, we are creation of God. Tayo po ay nilikha ng Diyos sa kanyang wangis. Kaya kung magpalit man kami ng kaanyuan at kung magpapalit man kami ng are, kami pa rin po ay anak ng Diyos because the body is just like a shell. Hindi ho tinitignan ng Diyos kung anong pinagawa mo sa iyong katawan, kung anong binagong kasarian namin. Dahil ang unang-unang tinitignan ng Diyos kapag umangat tayo sa langit, ito po, ang ating puso. Kung malinis ba ang ating konsensya at higit sa lahat, kung nagpakatotoo ka ba, kung sino at ano ka. Walang mali sa pagiging parte ng LGBT. Ang mali, gumagawa kami ng sarili naming pagkakamali. Kaya't ngayon nasa Magdalena Plaza ako, nasa harap ako ng simbahan. Sasabihin ko sa inyo, nabiyakin nyo man ho ang aming bungo, kitilin nyo man ho ang aming bungay. Sa bungo pa rin natin nakalimbag ang sariwa naming dugo. Sa baklaman ho, sa pagbubusabos, ngunit hindi ko kami susuko na mula ulo hanggang paa. Kami ho ay tao. Maraming salamat po, the devil.
Okay, so candidate number 4, I will read the question twice. All you have to do is listen. What is your definition of inclusivity as it is applied in the context of the LGBTQIA plus community? Again, what is your definition of inclusivity as it is applied in the context of the LGBTQIA plus community?
Thank you so much for that wonderful question. First, I would like to say that question worded or expressed in listed information or a doubt about the truth or validity of something is how you exactly define the word question in the dictionary. And the question is, how do I define inclusivity? You know what? I believe that inclusivity means there should never be the word discrimination. Because when we say inclusivity, everything is not limited to anyone. You are free to do anything that you want to do. You are free to join anything or a group. Because in inclusivity, this is something that could be a foundation for our country, for the LGBTQ community, to help our country to build up and to be in a higher economy and to be at its greatest. I believe that inclusivity is just something like this event. It means Magdalena included us in this event for us to be able to give smiles to the town of Magdalena. And I believe that this inclusivity, this is the living proof. Thank you so much, Magdalena, for giving us inclusivity, accepting us, respecting us, and being happy for us. Thank you very, very much.
Candidate number 10.
I am so very, very thankful to the panel of judges for choosing me to be one of the top 6, and I'm so grateful. And at the same time, I feel so nervous to change tonight.
Okay.
Are you ready? Candidate number 10?
I have to, I'm ready.
This is your question. What can you say about the issue that majority of LGBTQIA plus being a material giver to their straight partners? Do you agree or disagree to such acts of love, and why? Again, what can you say about the issue that majority of LGBTQIA plus being a material giver to their straight partners? Do you agree or disagree to such acts of love, and why?
You know what, ladies and gentlemen, being part of the LGBT is we are almost being discriminated because of our gender identity. But let us go back to the question. Yes, I firmly believe that kapag bakla ka or kapag parte ka ng LGBT, you are more giver. Because I firmly believe, sabi nga ng ating Panginoon, it is better to give than to receive. Ibinibigay po namin ng lahat ng aming makakaya sa taong aming minamahal. It is not about only the partner, but also, we give so much also to our family. Ganyan magmahal ang bakla. Ganyan magmahal ang parte ng LGBT. Just like me, my dear friends, I have 7-year partner. And we never question how much we give to each other. It's all about how we care, we understand, and we respect one another. It's all about not a question of your gender, but the most important thing, nagmahal lang kayong dalawa na walang hinaapakan na kahit sino. Dahil sa pagmamahal, kailanman, hindi mo dapat binibilang kung ano yung naibibigay mo. Bagkos bilangin mo kung ano yung gagawa mo sa iyong taong minamahal. It's all about love. Because love is one of the universe. Love is love is a very universal thing that we can share to our partner. Dahil sabi nila, we are all gonna die. Mamamatay po tayong lahat. Haharap po tayo sa paang may kapal. God will never even judge what is our gender, but what most important thing is what we have done good things in the humanity. And if that were to take to win or lose this pageant, so be it. I will never ever bend my understanding what is true, what is correct, and what is truly acceptable. Nagmahal lang po ako dahil bakla po ako at tao po ako. Marami pong salamat.
If you will be given a chance to speak before an international audience, how will you tell the story of a Filipino LGBTQIA member? Again, if you will be given a chance to speak before an international audience, how will you tell the story of a Filipino LGBTQIA plus member?
Thank you very much for that very beautiful question, I should say. Ladies and gentlemen, my dear panel of judges, I believe that our question sounds really hard, but when you come to think of it, all you have to do is to use your common sense and listen to the question itself more than the statement that is being said before. Now, I personally think that it is very hard to speak in front of an international audience because first, they do not know what you believe. They do not know your life story. They do not know who you really are. And if I will be given a chance to speak in an international audience, I will definitely use myself as an inspiration for them and for me to show who we Filipino LGBTQ members are. Because I always believe, ladies and gentlemen, that we LGBT members of the Philippines, we are not just an ordinary person, but an extraordinary person with extraordinary capacity, capability, and ability to do whatever things we want to do in life. Therefore, we should always remember that we gays or we LGBTQ community are the supercalifragilisticexpialidocious creations of God. And if I will be given a chance to speak in front of an international audience, this is what I am going to say. because standing here in front of you is an extraordinary members of the LGBT community. Thank you.
Ano ba sa yung question?
I should be ready, no choice.
Okay, so here's your question. What is your reaction, favorable and unfavorable, on the notion that LGBTQIA+ are automatically thought of as parlorista? Again, what is your reaction, favorable and unfavorable, on the connotation that LGBTQIA+ are automatically thought of as a parlorista?
Okay, thank you for that wonderful question. Ladies and gentlemen, panel, board of judges, and audience, ever since when I was a kid, when I decided to be a gay, many people say that even you are a little gay, growing up as a gay, you will be a person inside the parlor. Working inside the parlor at wala kaming mararating bilang isang bakla. But I firmly believe, based on my own story, I graduated as a cum laude and I finished my studies. That was a living evidence that LGBT community can do more better. For I always believe, ladies and gentlemen, we LGBT has this what we call capacity and capability to do more over rather than people will definitely discriminate us. Lagi po nating pakakatandaan, mga kaibigan, ang sabi ng mga tao, kami po ay bakla lamang. But I totally disagree with that particular connotation. I'm not favor of saying that we gays are parlorista only. At yun lamang po ang mararating namin. Because as a gay, if you believe in yourself and you know to excel your chosen field of interest, you can be more better. As I always believe in the Latin word, hagaas loke, hagaas porsoy. Siyempre, espejo reflecta io mañana. Or whatever you do for today should always be the mirror and reflection of your tomorrow. I can definitely have an example. Geraldine Roman, one of our greatest LGBT member, hindi lamang po siya nagpatinag sa diskriminasyon na yun lamang ang mararating niya bilang isang bakla, kundi nagpursige siya. At ang pagiging bakla niya ay hindi naging hadlang upang laitin ng iba. Because I firmly believe, ladies and gentlemen, if you are definitely have this what we could urge this in your heart, to show other people that we LGBT are not just a gay, but instead, we are knowledgeable enough to concur what life has to offer. Sabi nga nila, bakla lang yan. Walang nagagawa sa komunidad. Magpaparlor lang yan. Magre-reband lang yan. But ladies and gentlemen, do not underestimate the power of the LGBTQIA+ community. Because there are LGBT members that is working abroad, helping their family. There are LGBT members who finish their degree as a lawyer, as a doctor. Because one thing is important. Lahat ng tao sa pamilya mo lilisan. But I firmly believe an LGBT member would be the only one standing, helping your family until the last breath of your life. Ladies and gentlemen, hindi lamang po sinasagot ko ang katanungang ito because that is the question. But I would like to open the eyes of each and every single individual. Please, hindi po namin hinihingi ang inyong pagtanggap lamang. Hindi po namin hinihingi ang inyong pagmamahal. Hindi po namin hinihingi ang inyong respeto. But I firmly believe what I'm asking to those people inside this community ay tratuhin po kami hindi lang isang bakla, kundi isang tao. Thank you so much.
Number 13. So, kamusta ka? Candidate number 13.
I'm actually feeling overwhelmed right now, having a lot of awards, and I would like to use this opportunity to thank the panel board of judges for including me to the top 6 and giving me awards. Thank you.
So are you ready for your question?
Yes.
Here's your question. What is your stand about having a third restroom instead of just allowing LGBTQIA+ to use the restroom of their choice between male and female restrooms? Again, what is your stand about having a third restroom instead of just allowing LGBTQIA+ to use the restrooms of their choice between male and female restrooms?
Thank you for that very interesting question. Well, I believe, ladies and gentlemen, that like what I said on my advocacy, that we all deserve equal rights and equal opportunities. I grew up in this world and in our country not being respected and not being included in our community. And I believe that having a third restroom is such an opportunity for us LGBTQ community, because there's actually an issue on US that transgenders are being accused of rape, because some people are pretending to be transgender and going to the toilet of the women and they rape that person. So I believe that by that we could avoid all the crimes that are happening in our country or even all around the world. Let us all remember, ladies and gentlemen, that a third restroom will not affect our own lives and our own personal lives. So that it is, I very agree with that, because by that we could be able to express ourselves more clearly and we could have a privacy as an LGBTQ community. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you. 2022 second runner-up is finalist candidate number candidate number 13.
Ang 7 naman nanalo. Tikmak na yan eh. 7 yan, 7.
Okay, Queen of Queens 2022, first runner-up.
And to present the award for our first runner-up, may we call on our chairman of the board, Ma'am Josepa, together with Mr. Lance.
Our Miss Gay, Queen of Queens 2022, first runner-up is candidate number 9.
Okay, congratulations.
Candidate number 9, congratulations sa'yo. At ito ang pinakihintay ng lahat. 2022.
And to present the award, may we call on Judge number 5, Sir Chris, together with Judge number 6, Sir Kyle.
7!
Sino kaya ang ating Miss Gay Queen of Queens 2022? Is it candidate number 12, candidate number 10, or candidate number 7?
The Miss K, Queen of Queens 2022 is candidate number